Good morning, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Ninja Turtles Next Mutation Reactions. I am Fred. If you are new to the channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I know the last few weeks we've been doing like 2 episodes at a time. Unfortunately, I had a bit of a scheduling snafu. So we're just going to do one episode this week. The episode titled King Wick, which is the uh well, they don't exactly put these in like order, broadcast order, and it just has it as episode 5 on disc 3, which is disc 1 of volume 2 on this box set. So yeah, so again, I do apologize if you've gotten used to the 2 episode format. I just had some things happen this week, and that's kind of prevented me from doing 2 episodes, as I've kind of gotten to enjoy doing them back to back. The only upshot is this this means that we should be able to do double shots the rest of the way, and things would be evenish. So this kind of like fixes that conundrum. Without So at some point there was going to be one of these that was just going to be one episode, and it might as well just be this one. As per the usual, you don't hear any audio from the episode, because again, I tend to run my mouth over the duration of this semi podcast reaction bit. And of course, we do blur it out, and we have the obstruction. It's there for DMCA purposes. All right, so let's get into it. More stock footage of New York. Take a shot. Dragons. Dragon Lord has a headache. Who does he think he is? Rita Repulsa? And I said this last week. I don't like how the Dragon Lord looks without his headpiece. I get that it's actually showing off that he has some hair and it's slicked back into a ponytail, but it's a bit. It just looks wrong. But Wick is feeling underappreciated. It, it, but he's making the like a headache remedy for the Dragon Lord. I can understand Wick going an episode like this. Okay, Wick is feeling underappreciated. Ooh, he well, at least he admits he doesn't know what he's doing, because the way that thing was glowing looked a bit odd. Yeah, carefully concocted. It seemed like he was just throwing stuff in there, but he was also belching a lot. Okay, I would appreciate the fact that when Dragon Lord is throwing some stuff, this concoction into Wick's mouth, they did work in the special effect of of throwing some special effects indicate that something was being fed to him. But Wick now has a new voice, and, he looks pissed. And he just frickin' fries the Dragon Lord with some laser eyes. He just stripped the Dragon Lord of his powers? Oh, this is actually an interesting twist. So, a role reversal with Wick uh, giving himself a major power boost. That's that's an interesting turnaround, and not something that you really know. What was it? Power Ranger Zeo had like the usurper of like the older son and wife of was it not King Mondo? Get the name of the lead villain, but it's something that's kind of like common in a lot of the Saban era Power Rangers shows. And it was like Power Rangers in general, where like one villain usurps another for a period of time. Oh, Leo wants to get organized. It, I can totally believe it that so Leo getting more focused and gung ho. It, which is a usual trait that we see with him that he is. It's it is some. There was a number of episodes of the 87 series where Leonardo gets a little bit more gung ho than usual. Sometimes about the most unusual things, like the arcade episode where he battles Tempestra. Actually, one of the better series episodes of that series. Like everyone yelling, it's like I get it. Like little burst of yelling it does help. It is a military tactic. Kind of a weird shot of it. That scene ends on a freeze frame with Leo yelling that they're gonna do all the exercises, warrior exercises in the book that he was reading. Kind of odd. Oh, it is more than apparent that whoever is the puppeteer for Wick is actually in the Dragon Lord costume, holding him up and actually operating the puppet. Oh, Dragon Lord Weenie? Uh, well, the head warrior was trying to stick up for the Dragon Lord. It was not going to call him Weenie, but what? But a simple zap will correct anyone. Boy, the Dragon Lord looks out flat out the press. Says, "Hey, more stock footage of New York in the daytime. A pinata with as with a spider pinata. Kind of weird. Good enough is the motto of the wimp. No, good enough is the person who gets paid. Is the motto of someone who gets paid. And everyone's telling him he's going too hard and pushing over the top. Oh wow! Splinter was trying to walk by and get out of it, but Leo literally drags him in. So that's the lesson here. So Leo's like treating the others to the point where they're feeling risking them being undervalued, kind of like what Wick is going through. That he was being undervalued and now has usurped the Dragon Lord. Oh, they have him. Yeah, just sit him on top of the throne so they can still operate the the hand puppet. Yeah, where is the proper throne? Oh wow, they went to kill him. they went to, oh they went to Oh wow! And he just reverses the cannon shot. That's actually, gotta respect their rank. They are loyal to the Dragon Lord. Where's his personalized throne? This is like this way they can operate the hand puppet. Oh, it's a toilet. Damn. How the hell did he get up through the bottom of it? The toilet is a perfect throne for Wick. Okay. And he feels flushed. Goodness gracious. Have the flusher attached to a bell. Look, Wick is at least being a little ambitious, and that he's like, you know what? Let's invade the sewers outright. They got the numbers. The question is, though, will they run across Silver? Obviously, he won't be in this episode, but still. Jalapeno hot trouble? So it's yeah, Raphael, who has a bit of a on-off relationship with Leo, not being totally keen on following his orders, and in most of the time, raises and this this shows that he was just more gung ho to get into the action. Again, holding up that puppet, hand puppet. The Wick puppet has to weigh like anywhere between 5 and 10 pounds. Oh, great introduction there for Venus. Well, that's kind of adorable. With leading into like the game show motif with Venus telling them what they won, and all a shell of a lot of pain and a trip to the hospital. Um, Leo just questioning is like King Wick, and the Dragonor responding, "Don't ask." As if he's ashamed of this entire scenario. Damn, Raphael is just getting wailed on, and Venus too. Okay, so the rank are definitely overwhelming them. So, and that was a right. Look, we're spot for a commercial break cut. So everybody's being zapped today. It's oh wait, it's amazing how the Dragon Lord didn't even bother to help him out. Oh, dude just got kicked in the nads. And he gets no respect at all. That's Schnook. That's Book. Okay. This is kind of an interesting like parallels here, where the turtles are going to have to listen to Leonardo in his tactics and overbearing ways, giving him justification. Oh goodness gracious! He was going to turn into Janeway. Evil alchemy? Is there any other kind? Kind of like a bit of an ointment that is Michelangelo applying iodine or something to his knee pad? An ice pack for Leonardo, who didn't really take as many hits as the others. Leo, you have no. Swallow your pride and lead. Do the right thing, Leo. I do find this funny. Like every on certain scene cuts, there's like village cigars. Straight up promote smoking. Why don't you? Is he you? Wick is sitting on a damn toilet and he's holding a plunger. And he took him out with. It's weird seeing Wick with that voice sitting on a toilet with lid up, holding a plunger. I mean, I'm just kidding you. And with the squishy sound effects whenever the plunger is moved, I'm thinking that Wicket is drop, dropping pods. So, okay, so Wick is hell bent on an all out invasion of the sewers at this point. Again, something that the Dragon Lord, you would think the Dragon Lord would do, but he doesn't do. Like give them some leadership. It's an interesting here because most people like take issue. Oh, like the turtles are not brothers in this, and Venus saying, "Hey, your friends need them." Because there's nothing in any of other turtle media that really indicates that they're all related by blood anyway. And the rank have invaded the sewers once again. They've invaded via the East Tunnel. The plan is to lure them away from the sector. Hey, the stock footage of everyone getting on their vehicles again. That's okay. I'm not entirely sure that it was necessary for this episode to show this. I get it. Stretch out the runtime a little bit, but they're doing the full sequence. Matter of fact, it's from like one of the early episodes outright. It's like that's just nuts of reusing that same bit of footage this often. Hey, yeah, Venus at least admits they're in trouble. Okay. Murphy are telling him to kiss his shell. Man, well, this is not the 2003 series where they use "Kiss My Shell" and "Shell Yeah" uh, like every other minute. Actually, the fight sequence here is actually pretty decent. The sound effects are a bit leave a lot to be desired. Like I kind of, I really wish with this DVD release that they would have like, and I get why they would not have done that, to remove the cartoony sound effects. Like something like that could be done. Like the Sledgehammer DVD season one, they went out of a way to remove the laugh track. Oh, he's gonna use the sword to reflect Wick's eye beams, and he hits himself, and he's going into overload. Wick is losing his powers. And the Dragon Lord is back in charge. Again, I'm not entirely thrilled here with the Dragon Lord running away here. Just to, I guess despite Wick, it makes sense. But this is weird considering that the rank would have the numbers advantage. Uh, I know Wick doesn't get written off, obviously, but I can imagine he gets smacked around the entire all four corners of the Dragon Lord's lair. All right, back at the Dragon Lord's castle, which was superimposed over some footage of New York. Oh, heavy. Oh, oh boy. Wick is like being held at knife point when it came to mixing a potion. It's oh wow. I mean, I get it there for like okay for Wick to get his comeuppance. However, uh, this was not this was not a good episode. I think in the long run, if the next Mutation series would have like aired for like a couple of seasons, and if you wanted to write off the Dragon Lord for an extended period of time, a King Wick story arc spanning like 2 or 3 episodes would work. But as a one off, or where like he is treated, where Wick is treated as a threat for a fair bit of time, like Wick is shown like yeah he. Whoa, that's why I always put this back here and not by my. Um, so Wick with his supercharged powers, yes, he is strong enough. He is more than capable in his limited way of stripping the Dragon Lord of his powers, dealing with the rank, defending himself in many ways, and was enough of a factor for to force the turtles into retreat. But because of the nature of this show and it being more episodic and being episodic in nature, this nice idea basically gets has to be wiped out in short order. It's very unfortunate. It does a great deal of harm to Wick's character. Where again, potentially you could see him turn into a threat, or like if Wick like was to change form over the course of a more longer running series. there were certainly things there that could be built upon. I do like the bit with him, like the Dragon Lord not taking any precautions and having like the rank around Wick, like holding spears and knives and stuff. Like, like, yeah, you try anything, and we're just going to take you out in a very short order. So it's like the rank did not. The rank themselves, the minions are extremely loyal to the Dragon Lord, which is surprising. You would think they would favor who is the strongest, but c'est la vie. Uh, the Leo leadership and pushing too hard bit doesn't really have any payoff. Like, he doesn't really get the other turtles to fully rally behind him, or at least not in a way that stands out. And it just gets kind of lucky. It's like, instead of referring to something that he's reading in a book or a magazine, he's like, oh yeah, realize, oh, his sword is reflective and he can possibly use it to reflect Wick's eye beams of doom. Anyway, that'll be it for this week. As I said, circumstances forced me to only do one. Next week we should do knock out 2 episodes back to back in one video, and of course later on Friday we got the next episode in the Deep Space Nine reactions. But later tonight on the Twitch channels here on Wednesdays, we are continuing Gears of War Reloaded, picking up, I forget where we're picking up at. I think the refinery section. Anyway, tighten your friendship bracelets, stay safe, like, comment, subscribe if you're so inclined, and we'll see you next time. Bye, folks.